it's Sam from Raggedy Bits. It's project number 3, chair project number 3 for our 5 chair challenge. We're going to be working on this chair today. As you can see, it's a little bit gross. It's been sitting underneath our house for quite some time, patiently waiting for me to come and give it a nice new look. Not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there's quite a bit of unevenness in the actual seat of the chair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it down first with the Fusion TSP, and then I'm going to just lightly grab my sander and just go along and sand that back to give it a nice smooth canvas for me to paint on. So yeah, I'm just using normal mix, warm water, bit of TSP, an old rag, and off we go. Okay, so I've given that a nice sand just to sort of get rid of the dings that were in the front of the chair. There were also some across the top here. And I've just wiped that all down again to make sure that there's no residue left behind. And I'm just going to take my F30 Klingon brush. I like to use this one and my R12 when I'm painting chairs because they're just the right length to go on spindles and things like that. And the colour I'm using today is the Tone for Tots Little Speckle Frog. It's a really soft mint. It's really pretty. So I'm going to get on and give the whole entire piece, or the whole entire chair, one coat of paint. Cure overnight, and I'm just going to use a stencil which I've made from vinyl. You can use any stencil. There's heaps of them available on Amazon, at Spotlight, wherever you usually go to get your craft supplies. But I will have this stencil for sale also over in my shop, over on the website. It's a one-use stencil, so you only get to use it once. But they really are good for nice crisp lines because everything sticks to your piece, and then you peel it off, you stencil and then you peel it off and it leaves the impression behind. Okay, so this is, as I said, this is cured overnight, and all we do is peel off the backing paper of the stencil. And if it doesn't stick down, I just generally go back and push my finger and then it sticks onto the sheet. Onto the transfer paper, I'm sorry. Oh, my little cat's just come out. She's just had her breakfast. Like that now, and just lining it up on the chair. And again, I eyeball. If you want to use a tape measure and a chalk pencil to line it up, you're more than welcome to do so at this point. It's a little bit tricky, so I'm just going to have to turn this around. Lucky that didn't stick. Once you've got it straight, you just run your hand over it like so, and then coming along with a squeegee, you just run that over the entire design. And then just gently pull off the transfer film. Like so. Taking the squeegee again, I'm just going to make sure that the stencil has got complete contact with the top of the chair. So I'll just run that over the design again, like so. And then using Fusion Mineral Paint, I've mixed in coal black with a little bit of raw silk. I just wanted a nice soft grey because I actually like the look of the stencil on the as a colour combo with the pale mint. So now just taking a foam brush, a makeup sponge, sorry, I'm just going to start applying this to the stencil. And it's better to go on light than go on heavy to avoid obviously bleed through, and you get a nice smooth finish. So I'll hold that up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. That's all dry now, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove the stencil. I'm just going to take my sandpaper, 120 grit, and I'm just going to give the chair a light distress. Now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some dark wax, and I'm just going to sort of highlight it to give it a little bit of an aged look. So just taking my wax brush and Fusion Espresso wax, I'm just going to lightly, making sure that there's no residue from the sanding, I'm just going to lightly, it'll go on dark, but then I'll blend it in. You just keep moving the wax around until you're happy with it and it's all nice and blended. Don't freak out if you kind of think, oh my gosh, that's too dark. You can always go back over it again with some clear wax, and that then acts as like an eraser. just thought it would look good on this chair, considering it's been pretty bruised and battered. It would just add a little bit more character and show off all of those bumps. So I'm just sort of going around the design, slowly blending it in to get that nice aged look. Okay. And I'll do the same across each of the rungs. Paying particular attention to the sides. So when I think that I've come in a bit too dark, like I think I've come in a little bit too dark on that second rung, I'm just going to put on a little bit of clear wax, fusion clear wax, and I just go into the center. And as you can see, hopefully, that has just lightened that up quite a bit. So it acts, as I said, like an eraser, and you know, if you go on too heavy, come along with your clear wax. And the same if you were, say for instance, if you thought that that was too dark, you just go around so that it kind of all blends in. And as you can see, the dark wax has really highlighted the dings in the chair, which is essentially what I wanted to do. You may not want to do that, and you can just leave it completely flat and not distress it. It's entirely up to you. Completes chair 3 of our 5-chair challenge. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to give a chair sort of like an aged antique look using Fusion Espresso wax and a bit of stenciling. I'll be back tomorrow with another chair project. I'll be sure to leave all the links below with all the products that I've used along with the blog tutorial. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.